Buddy, thanks for joining me. So, this is a request from the Geek Life, right? Yeah, the Geek Life. And y'all know that he's bought several Buy Me a Coffees before throughout the last couple of months, and he's just another great supporter, like every one of y'all out there. And I sure appreciate all the help. So. This is what he said. He says, my contribution, let me start at the beginning. And it's hard for me to see this because it's way over there, but it says, I don't want to talk about his medical issues. He was going to be up in the hospital for a little bit. We just want to make sure we know that duct tape is strong, and I agree with you. He says, my contributions pivots towards Ukraine a few times, but a hot war. All right, let me read this again. He says, my contributions pivot towards Ukraine a few times, but a hot war closer than the drive to see family kind of focuses your mind in that direction. That said, I actually did become fascinated with Ukrainian culture and history. So what we're fixing to see is the Cossacks, how the Cossacks changed my life. He says the Cossacks are a culture that formed from late medieval people who shared ideals of liberty and self-determination. They lived in military-style groups with a form of democracy. So we're fixing to watch it, and he says, sadly, I'm told the young man in this video gave his life on the front. Either way, he and his message deserved to be remembered. Okay. Thank you, the Geek Life, and I hope everybody understood what I read there. Sometimes I'm not the best at talking or reading. I read perfect in my brain, but somehow or another I get tongue-tied when I'm reading it out loud. But that's just me, man. Y'all get what you see. All right, so let's get into the intro and then right into the video, y'all.
Hey, hold on a second, y'all.
I want to be Cossack. I want to be one of the greatest Cossack. I want to be one of the best. You know, the Cossacks and the Ukraine, Hortica, changed my life. Before I was a different person. I was like person who don't know who I am. I changed, you know, I'm free with some addiction in my life. I just easy to quit that, you know what I mean? Easy. Because I want to be Cossack. So if I want to be Cossack, I want to be free. If you smoke, if you're doing like drink, whatever, something what you not make you strong, you have to first quit that. I was like a really scared guy, you know, I was like, you know, I was like scaring who I am. Now I'm feeling I'm the free person. I just don't have to be worried. I don't have to be like I don't know what to do in my life. And I would like to go around the world. I would like to talk to people about this place, how it changed me. And I would like to, on the way, try to change people. I want to bring here more people who they struggle with life. They don't find the way of life. They don't find the way who they are. And I believe this place can give you that. I believe the future for the Ukraine is the Cossacks, because when you get from them that the power, that strongest, and that freedom, you can do lots of positive things.
Yeah, man. So, I don't know anything about the Cossacks, but that old traditional way of doing battle it appeals to a lot of young guys, who like he said, who don't have another way to righteously, get rid of some of this, to focus on something like what this guy's doing. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they're trying to keep this, particular tradition alive. I think if there's even some cultures out there who are doing their best to keep their language of their culture relevant, to where they can pass it down, because some of these languages are dying out because everybody's kind of globally being tied together, and they don't think that they need this language or that language or whatever, for whatever reason. So for this outfit, the Zaporizhzhia, I think that area, Zaporizhzhia of Ukraine, is where they got this medieval kind of place where they can go and have something in common and fellowship that way, and be, I mean, I'm a man, so I get it, man. I know what it's like to try to see if you've got it, if you can mano a mano, if you're going to come out victorious or not. And in my instance, it would be, with the Marine Corps. With his instance, it would be with a sword, and I think it's cool. I think that type of thing is cool. So, all right. That's going to do it for me, y'all. Thank you to the Geek Life for the request, and for the rest of y'all for showing up. So, till I see you again, I'll catch you down the road. Bye, y'all.